Who's that? Commander Claw. Who's bad? Commander Claw. Welcome to another episode of Breaking Brews. I'm your host, Commander Claw. Super excited to bring you another Final Fantasy Commander because I am trying to crank out all 32 of them. Okay, I lied. I'm trying to crank out at least 25 or 32. It is a lot. But this is a highly requested one, super popular one. Final Fantasy Dion Bahamut's Dominant. Yeah, yeah. If you're watching this, most likely you know Final Fantasy and you know how awesome, how big, and how powerful this dragon is. So, I'm just letting you know I am learning Final Fantasy, even though I've seen the game but never played the game. But I have a friend out on the West Coast that's helped me fill in the gaps on the lore. So why don't you be an additional friend? And anything you want to say about Dion and Bahamut's ability and story and lore, put it in the comment section below. I'm super interested. Helps me to help you. Without further ado, Dion Bahamut's dominant for 3 and a white. Let me make the screen bigger so we can talk about what he does. So on the left-hand side here, Dion is a 3/3 body legendary human noble knight. He has the ability Dragonfire Dive. During your turn, Dion and other knights you control have flying. That is crazy. Knight Tribal right there, giving all your creatures on your turn flying that are knights flying. Come on, man. Then he says, when he enters, create a 2/2 white knight creature token. Okay, so that 2/2 will have flying on your turn with Dion. Okay, tap 4 and 2 white and tap it. Exile Dion, then return it to the battlefield, transform under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, then it turns into Bahamut's Warden of Light, a 5/5 legendary enchantment saga dragon with flying. And it's a saga, so remember, we got chapters, and they trigger after your draw step. So chapter 1 and 2 are the same. Wings of Light. Put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. Those creatures gain flying until end of turn. Okay, chapter 3. Giga Flare. Destroy target permanent. Exile Bahamut's, then return it to the battlefield. Front side face up. So my thoughts about this commander, I wish it was better. I wish it was better. It rewards you for going wide, right? And those creatures will have flying if they're knights. So I'm automatically thinking I can put other creatures in there, but I gotta have, I think Maskwood Nexus is an artifact that make all creature types. So if you have a bunch of white human soldiers, right, and you have Dion, they are worthless unless they're knights. So Maskwood Nexus will make them into knights, so that way on your turn when you attack, you have flying knight human soldiers. Right. Um, I just wish this card was better. But it helps you go wide. It's an anthem effect, gives it flying. That's how it's gonna win. And you get the chapter 3, destroy target permanent. That's it. That's it for this type of card's name. That's it. Let me get into some more cards. I think this card is better than the 99. Straight up. So I got cards for you. So when you have Maskwood Nexus making all your creatures knights, you might want to throw Knight Exemplar on the battlefield also. For 1 and 2 white, 2/2 body, human knight, first strike. Other knights you control have get +1/+1 and have indestructible. So you got flying knights with anthems and indestructibility. That sounds good if the scenario is perfectly executed. Right? Yeah. So let's go with keyword heavy cards with this commander. Kinsbale Cavalier for 3 and a white, 2/2 body. Kithkin Knight says knight creatures you control have double strike. Okay, cool, cool, cool. We're going wide. We're changing all of our creatures into knights with Maskwood Nexus, and we're attacking so they have flying and double strike. Sounds like a win. You're going to combat to win. Now, if you're playing Dion, you better put this card in your deck. Folk Hero for 1 and a white, legendary enchantment background. Commander creatures you own have, whenever you cast a spell that shares a creature type with this creature, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. That means Dion needs to be on the battlefield, and when you cast another knight or a human or a noble, because Dion is 3 creature types, you get to draw a card. That is slick good. That is slick good. Don't underestimate that. So let's put Dion in the 99 now. Y'all bared enough imagining him as a mono white commander. You're not gonna win many games with just 2/2 creatures with flying and giving them double strike later on. Anyways, Squall SeeD Mercenary for 2 white, black, 3/4 body, legendary creature, human knight mercenary. Has Rough Divide. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. Whenever Squall deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That is good just because he is a reanimator of permanents with mana value 3 or less. There's a bunch of permanents out there in white or black that just are 3 CMC or less and just are chaotic. They do damage. Y'all can just go on Scryfall and Advanced Search and you'll find powerful items. Otherwise, when you go to attack alone, you got a creature that gives it double strike. Not bad. I'm telling you, if you've been watching my videos lately, double strike is the most powerful keyword in all of Magic. It's literally 2 combats in a way, and it's just the best keyword. Moving on. Now moving to Sardar Jabari of Zalfir. We want Dion in the 99 of this deck because he's a human knight. They're both human knights. For 1 and Esper, 4/3 body, legendary human knight. He has Eminescence. Whenever you attack with 1 or more knights, if Sardar Jabari Zalfir is in the commands or on the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. Cool, we are looting. Yeah. Rummaging, I'm sorry. Is it looting or rummaging? Anyway, Flying First Strike. Okay. Whenever Zadar deals combat damage to a player, return target night creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's great if Dion is in the graveyard and you get to reanimate him using Sadar if you deal combat damage to a player. Not bad. Then that would trigger Dion's into the battlefield ability, creating a 2/2 human white night creature. Yibbity doo dah, yibbity yay. But this commander is actually pretty popular. I believe there's over like 1,000 decks made with Sidar on EDH Rec. Yeah. Anyway, that Eminescence ability is very powerful. Literally, your commander sits in the command zone and you get triggered abilities. Yeah, gets abusive. Uh, this is a summary. I'm telling you, I'm disappointed in this summon, this dominant. Yeah, what? Just making 2/2 white knights that can fly on your turn and give it +1/+1 counters. They could have done better for the name and what it means. This is all they did. Disappointed. I know y'all are disappointed once y'all read that card too. So go ahead and put in the comments below how this card could be better.